Year resolution, but tech this time around. Hey, I mean, some people's techs, their gadgets are closer to them than their family members, right? Your mobile phone, always on it. So this morning, we want to set an agenda for you, right? Help you know how to use tech for good and not for harm. We're joined, of course, by Akin Bitoye, tech advisor on this PCFIX segment. Good morning, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. It's a thing in Nigeria, so if we've not seen you for quite a while, they will make sure they catch up with the former greetings. Right. Happy Easter, happy and all of that. But let's get right into it. As I said earlier on, a lot of us are very close to our mobile phones, right? And if you check the time you spend, for some people, spend at least 10 hours on their devices daily, and then you ask them, how productive were you? And say, well, I was on social media, I liked, commented, argued and all, but you can use these devices for good. So let's help people set their New Year resolutions, at least when it comes to tech. So walk us through.
Okay, right off the bat, so there was this statistic I came across in December, said if an average person uses their phone for about 4 hours, 30 minutes daily, so in the course of a year, you would have spent 67 days or something on your phone, which is a lot. That's about 2 months. Your technology gadget is supposed to help you, to aid you, so to speak, but it can also be very addictive.
Absolutely.
You can spend time on it more than you should. So I just have a few tips on how you can increase your productivity, because we can only do so much. There's a whole lot of skit makers now, and you have millions of videos that can engage you, and you don't
watch. The platforms keep coming up with ways to keep you to stay longer.
Just we spoke about this a few episodes back, that the artificial intelligence is very smart. Yeah. Gets smarter, and it gives you what you like.
So let's talk about setting screen limits, because it's a very tough one, but I think this is a year we all set screen limits and adhere to it.
Okay, I think I want to follow in that, because usually you would set New Year resolutions, then a week later we've all fallen down, fallen off the wagon. It's what it is. So setting screen time limits. All these gadgets, the manufacturers, the software publishers, put up this software, which most times we don't use. So you can actually set how long you want to spend on the screen. You set reminders, you set alerts on your phones. And what it will do for you is help you. You can set hourly reminders. Sometimes say, I just want to look at Instagram, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah, right. It's got doomsday scrolling. By the time you check, it's been an hour. So these screen limits apps would help you do that. Then you should take screen breaks. If the first thing you reach out to in the morning is your phone.
Is there a problem? Is that a problem?
I'm not a medical expert. I would allow the medical expert to just say that.
It feels like addiction, right?
Have you seen someone's phone fall down in your presence before?
And I'm just like,
what it does for us is, if we are always in the flow, you are always on the latest buzz, the latest gist, the latest happening, it would reduce your personal and organizational productivity. So if you need to do work, set screen limits. What it would do for you is allow you to touch grass. You can have time off your screen. Social media audits are nothing you want to do. I wonder, 20 years ago, in the early days of internet in Nigeria, I'm not saying internet in the world, internet in Nigeria, once you go online, you send mail, or somebody send mail, or Yahoo Messenger, you just chat with 1 or 2 people. You're not really concerned about what people think about what you think.
Right.
So, but these days, once you post, you have to go back and check 30 minutes, how many people have liked it, how many people have replied, I'm trending, yes.
The good old days.
Social media.
Of high five. There was high five then. High five was a social.
Remember high five?
I remember high five. When life was still.
You've been around the block. So overindulgence in social media can be very draining and time wasting. So you need to check the accounts you're following. Those who are not beneficial to you, you can unfollow them. They don't charge you money.
Right.
I'm sure Elon Musk will not charge you for following someone on X. Then you should follow accounts that are beneficial. Yes, there's something called confirmation bias, where you follow those who
share the same
view and reinforce your existing beliefs. that's there. Then, of course, you can mute. If you don't want to unfollow, you can mute. Your health and your well-being is another thing I want to talk about.
Did you skip block?
Please, on purpose.
Very good.
So you can, we are very sedentary these days.
Yeah.
For those who work in offices, we are usually crouching in front of our computers from morning till evening.
True.
And it's actually doing more harm than good. Because on that same seat we eat, we do not locomote. In fact, for those who are mobile, from your office, you get into your car, you just drive home, you get home, you sleep, maybe you get home around 10, 11. Then 4 or 5 a.m. you have to quickly make the journey across the Third Mainland Bridge.
You sit in traffic again.
Exactly. So we sit a lot. So these health apps on your phones and on some of your wearables, that's a smartwatch, smart bracelets, would give you a reminder to stand up and just walk around so that you can get your blood pumping. It actually improves your mood.
True.
And your well-being. Then, of course, we have nutrition apps where you can track your calories intake for those watching their health, especially through nutrition. Wellness. Sometimes we're always in the know. We're always buzzing, always listening to something. There are sometimes you need to actually calm down and just tune off.
Thank you.
When we talk about Zen, it's not very popular in these parts. In the Eastern Asian countries, it's a big deal where you just calm down, tune out, and find your center. I know for people in Lagos, I was born and raised in Lagos, so it feels like a foreign concept. Tune out.
But you still can. You still can find a way. Except your neighbor's generator is on, and they have to try
be nice generators. One thing we used to do back in the days was have reminders. You have a small diary you carry about, you have reminders, so you look through it, so you know what to do. But these days, you're easily distracted.
True.
One breaking news will happen and something is trending. Imagine this guy is trending. You've forgotten what you want to do. So setting reminders on your phone. Most times when we buy an expensive phone, like, I'm using the latest phone. Yes, but you are not using anything more than calling, chatting on WhatsApp, or maybe checking, browsing the internet. But it could be a whole lot more. It could be your personal assistant. So please use reminders on your phone to remind you to do the task you have to do. Most times, we think once you graduate, or for those who are not academics, so to speak, once you graduate, finish, I'm not doing anything again. However, there are brain training apps that you can actually do tasks, solve puzzles, solve some critical questions that get your brain juice flowing. The brain is like a muscle. The scientists have said.
So the more you work it,
the more you work it, exactly.
Interesting.
You notice those who play checkers, some of those who play these local games, they are exercising their brain. Yes, you can look at them and say, this one is just wasting time, they are not doing anything. Yes, but they have to strategize. You have to see how to win your opponent. So these brain training apps are rife on all mobile devices. You can download them. They give you puzzles. So while you're in transit, yes, please.
And I was just going to say that your device that you just look down on or you think is negative can actually be turned to positive. You can just walk through these simple steps. One, set screen time limits. If you have children that use devices, you can also control it from your device as well. Ensure that these things are, you adhere to them in a very disciplined manner. He also talked about social media audit. Unfollow people that are not helping. Follow people that will help you. Block, mute. Those things are there for a reason. Health and wellness. Make sure you get apps that help you to move around, exercise and the rest. Set reminders and all. We have to wind down on this segment, but I just wanted to reiterate the point. But one more point I'd like you to make, and that's about accessibility quickly, because I know that it's also a thing when it comes to using mobile devices for good. So accessibility, and there may be a last tip that you want to give us. Okay,
for accessibility, most times we overlook the fact that technology has moved far beyond what we are currently using. For example, you can talk to your phone and it types what you are saying. Granted, local dialect may not be fully represented yet. However, if you speak, your phone can do that, and your phone can read out to you. So most times you do not have the time or the attention to read while you are doing other things. You can have your phone read out the text to you. All right. So that's an accessibility. The last point is, these days, I'm not sure anybody should still get lost in a metropolitan city like Lagos. Even if where you are going, you are not driving, just put on your phone, put the address on the phone. It will tell you how long it will take for you to walk there, or cycle, or drive.
There you go. So we hope we've been able to inspire you to really use your gadgets for good. And well, Akin just walked us through. We'd like to thank you so much, Akin Bitoye,
thank you for
Tech
having
Advisor.
me.
We'll circle back just to do some sort of review how well we were able to adhere to these tips. But thank you once more for your time on the show. Well, let's go over to Jeff now. Jeff is going to take on a very important conversation right now. So Jeffrey, what you have for us?
Yeah, absolutely, Kayode. I enjoyed everything you guys are saying, and I've told him already. I've told Bitoye that I have some problems he has to fix, not just fixing on TV. Bitoye, thank you so much, guys.